All right, TikTok. It's story time. So pre-1980, the trucking industry, although the ICC and the Teamsters did have their problems, you know, they had their own ways of doing things. What they didn't have was turnover. They had no carriers going out of business. They had no drivers underpaid. Everybody had benefits. Everybody made a decent, good wage and was able to support their families. One husband of one family could raise 4 kids, 2 cars in the garage, paid for house, go on vacations, be home on the weekends, and do all the things that a guy wanting to raise a family could do. Then came deregulation. In the guise of a free market, they took what was the industry and dismantled it into what it is today, a bunch of independent carriers that the mega brokerages and the mega carriers have, and not the mega carriers, well, yeah, them too, and the shippers have just dismantled and removed the capability for us to act as one entity. State police goes by with their lights flashing. I wonder if he knows he's got them on. That's always a freaks you out, you know what? Anyway, back to what I was saying. So now we got these brokers that can run around and take whatever they want off the top. No incentive to get better rates from the shipper because they can steal it from the carrier. And everybody says, well, why? You know, why you can't cap somebody's earnings. I don't want to cap a broker's earnings. I want to cap what they can take from the carrier. I want the brokers to have incentive to get better rates that are more realistic from the shippers and never put a load on a truck at a loss. There's no reason. You can't say, oh, well, he's a dumbass, so, and that's not good enough. We know what an average operating cost is, and there should be a limit. We should have a standard rate set that's a floor. We should put in safeties to make sure that the brokers, because it's been left up to them for 44 years, I think, something like that. How long has it been? 44 years since 1980? Yeah. 44 years, we've left it up to them to do what's right, and now we got what we got today. We got TQL, we got C.H. Robinson, we got all of these fucking places. No, I was born in 81. I'm 43.
Okay.
So we got all of these fucking huge mega corporations, mega brokerage, taking all this damn money off the top with no care in the world for these carriers, because here's the clinch. They know they're all foreign drivers and they could give a shit less. They know these guys work for pennies, and they answer the phone hoping to God it's one of these guys calling. And when a real American truck driver calls and says, no, I can't haul it for that, that's below the operating cost of a truck, they say, see ya, hang up the phone, and wait for the next illegal, undocumented, non-domicile, freaking 3 guys in a truck with their numbers taped on the side to haul your freight that you're trying to get somewhere without getting stolen or killing somebody. That's what we've done with the industry. We've made a business model out of cheap labor, illegal people in trucks, and human exploitation. And we think it's okay because we're making profits, says the broker. And then we want to enforce all the rules that we have to follow. We expect them to follow. And when we say we want you to follow the rules that have been, made for you to keep you honest, oh, we don't want to follow that rule. You signed the waiver. You signed it all day long. It's back and forth. If you got nothing to hide, here's the thing. Your time is coming. All the laughs and all the everything now, your time is coming, brokers. It won't be long. We're either going to get control of this or AI is going to totally replace you. Either way, you are going out of business. You will be losing your jobs. And then what? You should have freaking fighted to get what's right done. If you're an honest broker, you should be fighting with us carriers and drivers to make sure that there's a cap rate on dishonesty to where all the carriers can thrive. Because today, there's 100 carriers going out of business monthly. That's not by accident. That's not because they're all dumbasses. That's because the market is fixed. The spot market is rigged. And the people booking the loads and running this stuff, the brokers don't know the operating cost of trucks, don't know what it costs to run a company. They don't care. Their job right now is all they want to do is undercut their fellow brokers at the shipper side and then skim off the top what they can give, as much as they can get to the carrier. They don't care what carrier that shit goes on, as long as they can get it off as cheap as possible and lace their pockets with as much profit as possible, destroying our industry, not realizing that when the industry's gone, what are they going to do for work? You know, these are families, American families, that are going out of bed, 100 a month. Guys are going home and saying, I don't know how we're going to do the mortgages. I don't know how we're going to feed. I don't know how we're going to do anything. You know, we're being pushed out. And then we got drivers that are trying to stand up for brokers. Like, why do you care about bro? Because they're dishonest. I'm sorry, if you know some honest ones, that's great. It's like the 80-20 rule. There's 20% honest, 80% very crooked, destroying the industry.